Hey guys, First Regardsman here, and so I'll be talking about a heroic bolt sniper rifle build to one-shot pretty much any Majoris in the entire game, on top of having basically infinite ammunition. Now, the heroic bolt sniper is one of the strongest heroic weapons we've ever had. The perk effect here is called Replenishing Hit. After performing a headshot, one round is automatically reloaded into the weapon. This perk effect is way better than it actually sounds. You basically generate ammunition directly into your magazine off of this, which allows you to take full advantage of perks like Strong Start that give you a big 25% damage buff on the first round in your magazine. As long as you don't miss a shot, you will continuously proc this over and over. Really powerful effect, and this thing also has a ×10 headshot multiplier. So basically, hit your headshots or suffer. That's like the mantra of this weapon. And for the perk tree, I do start off here with the bottom part with Remote Threat. Moving here into the perk Survival Instinct. When your health is below 30%, you deal 25% more damage. When this perk effect is active, you will do ludicrous amounts of damage with this weapon. And to be honest, this thing just does ludicrous damage no matter what, but like this perk especially is god tier. And on the sniper, if you take things like Purification, you really don't have to worry too much about being low HP, so even better for him. Next perk here is Adamantine Grip, moving up into the perk Finisher Reload. Then I grab the perk over here, Unwavering Resolve. After reloading while having low ammo, damage increases by 25% for 5 seconds. Now, I've not actually tried out if this works with like the automatic replenishing hit off of the heroic perk effect, but if it does, that is even better. And the next perk here is Headhunter, moving down to increase capacity, and of course the final perks I grab are Strong Start for the reasons I mentioned previously, the perk here Cleaving Fire for extra damage through block stances, and the final perk here is Recoupment. Killing a Majoris level or higher enemy with a headshot with this weapon restores an armor segment. Cooldown is 15 seconds. Now, this perk will just trigger all the time because you're going to be one-shotting guys. When I say one-shot, I mean there are times in Space Marine 2 where you will simply just instantly kill a Tyranid warrior and explode their head with this weapon. Really hilarious to see happen, especially when you trigger the perk here, Targeted Shot, and this will trigger off of that, so really helpful for you because there are times where like basically you will lose HP if you don't have armor restore off of this. You get like all your CHP back and you'll get your armor, so pretty good for that, and that's pretty much all there is to this weapon setup. Now for my secondary weapon selection, I do take the heroic bolt pistol. Now this one has a 3-round burst mechanic, which is great to trigger things like Pattern of Excellence. Now in patch 11.0, the bolt pistol is buffed and now has equivalent gun strike damage to the heavy bolt pistol on every single variant, and the base damage got buffed as well, so it actually does like equivalent DPS or greater DPS with the Elite Hunter perk here, so pretty insanely powerful at the moment. I would set it up this way on the perk tree because all the headshot perks are just by far the most important, though I'm taking the heroic bolt pistol today mainly because I just want the 3-round burst mechanic, because even though the bolt sniper rifle is not bad at triggering Pattern of Excellence, it is just way better with this one, so I just pick it up for that reason. Now the melee weapon I'm using today is a block knife. Once again, I know daring today, aren't we, but the perk tree for this is pretty much the same as always. Just go into things like Kinetic Energy, pick up all the heavy attack perks, things like Shadow Stab, and of course the perk up here, Shoulder Bash. Shoulder Bash is way better than the standard lunge attack on this weapon, so I have to pick it up pretty much all the time. And without this, you actually get locked into animations an awful lot, which kind of sucks, so perk pretty damn top tier in my opinion. Now the final perk I grab is Extremis Slayer, though if you want to take Terminus Slayer, you can definitely do that. And the other perks are pretty much just like forced to be taken to go up the tree here for Shoulder Bash and stuff like that. So Tide of Battle, of course, things like Reeling Blow, which are not like super good, and of course things like Heavy Onslaught that increase your heavy attack damage. All of these are pretty useful. Unfortunately, the weapon perk trees in Space Marine 2 currently are not set up in like a super interesting way, so there are not like a ton of options, but the ones we do have are like, you know, you can swap this out for like Perpetual Strength if you really wanted to and stuff like that. That's up to you. That's pretty much all there is for the melee weapon selection. Now for the sniper perk tree here, I do take Block Break first. Shots will penetrate enemy block stances, dealing 50% of the usual damage. This perk is not like god tier by any means. It only really affects things like a Biovore faceplate, Sword Warrior, Zangor, like a Chaos Spawn arm, but those are some of the most annoying enemies in the game, especially for a bolt sniper, so having this can definitely help you pick up some executes at times, though if you want to take melee mastery, you definitely can. Next perk here is Adaptability. Reloading while having low ammo or manually activating Camo Cloak will increase your melee damage by 25% for 10 seconds. This one is pretty self-explanatory. It's just a 25% damage buff for 10 seconds off of something you do all the time. And the perk up here, Vantage Point, is pretty redundant when we're one-shotting everything, and High Capacity is also very redundant. We pretty much already have infinite ammo on a replenishing hit. Next perk here is Iron Grip. Weapon spread and recoil are reduced by 20%, and range damage against terminus level enemies is increased by 15% for both sniper rifles and stalker bolt rifles. Now, both sniper rifles, that's us, and this is pretty much the only perk in this entire column that does literally anything for our build here, so pick it up pretty much all the time for obvious reasons. Next perk here is Marksmanship. Headshot damage increases by 10% for all squad members. This perk is pretty fun to use. It does help you pick up some breakpoints on a lot of builds in this game. And also, I do kind of prefer the perk here, Renewal at times. A headshot kill restores camo cloak's charge by 15%. This is 5% over the other perk here, Squad Renewal. Though if you want to take this and like the Purification combo, or just stack these two together, you definitely could, because Marksmanship is not bad, just not mandatory. Next perk here is Targeted Shot. The first range attack that breaks Camo Cloak deals 75% more damage. This perk actually got buffed in patch 11.0. It has a lingering effect now for things like the Instigator Bolt Carbine or even the Last Fusel with some setups. But for us, this is mainly for like one shot to help us just nuke bosses and things like that. So pretty good for us and definitely guarantees you a one shot. Next perk here is Persistence. When Camo Cloak deactivates, you take 20% less health damage and don't lose control from heavy hits and can't be knocked back for 10 seconds. This is some of the only no knockback the sniper can actually get, so pretty good if you're running like a melee setup with a block knife like I am. Now, if you want to take Lingering Concealment, you can do that because this perk is still incredible. I would definitely choose between these two because even with the patch 11.0 buffs to ambush, this perk still sucks. Next perk here is Pattern of Excellence. Performing 3 consecutive headshots restores equipment charge by 1. Cooldown is 30 seconds. Well, guys, guess what? 30-second melt-a-bombs, shock grenades, frag grenades, and crack grenades. That shit's OP. And this perk is one of the best equipment recharge perks in the entire game. Getting a 30-second melt-a-bomb, you know, that's 30 seconds to win an entire boss fight, which is pretty amazing and very easy to trigger off of things like the Bolt Sniper, or excuse me, not the Bolt Sniper, the Heroic Bolt Pistol here, so better synergy than ever. Now for the Prestige perk tree, I do take Emperor's Grace first. When Camo Cloak activates, you become invulnerable to damage for 2 seconds. Having invulnerability for 2 seconds off a Camo Cloak gives you a ton of utility. Really fun perk to use, also just a great perk all around. Next perk here is Versatile Precision. Performing a kill with your secondary weapon restores 15% of your primary weapon's ammo. Cooldown is 15 seconds. Now you only get one shot back off this on your Bolt Sniper Rifle. That's really all you need half the time, and usually your Bolt Sniper Rifle on this build is not using ammo anyways, so this is really just there to like make sure you have at least one shot. Next perk here is Conviction. When your armor is fully depleted, you take 25% less health damage for 15 seconds. This perk is incredible on every single class it is on. A 25% health damage reduction on armor break will save your life at times, especially versus stun locks. Pretty much always grab this. And the final perk I grab is Exacting Focus. After a gun strike, you deal 20% more damage for 10 seconds. This is a great perk, and honestly, maybe a bit redundant on this build. If you want to take Indomitable Spirit instead, you definitely can, because for once in this game's life cycle, the Sniper class actually has like a real choice in its perk selection for prestige perks versus like all the other classes. But I just take this one for like the memes. If you want to take this, you definitely can, or even versatility. That is up to you, or hell, even material upgrade, because to be honest, every single perk here is good. It is quite shocking, that's just the way Sniper is. That's pretty much all there is for the perk tree here. And that is also pretty much all there is for the Heroic Bolt Sniper Rifle build here, guys. Hopefully this showcase gave you an idea of what weapon you want to purchase in the upcoming patch 11.0, and I will say this weapon is definitely better versus Tyranids and Chaos. That's true for pretty much any precision weapon in this game, because Tyranids have gigantic fat heads. That's pretty much all I have to say in this one. So if you like content like this, subscribe for more. Here's some actual gameplay of this build, and take it easy. Bye. Alright guys, here we are on the new Tyranid map, Reclamation, with the Heroic Bolt Sniper. Now, unfortunately, the boss is not officially in the public test server. I'll be adding the official patch 11.0. We can still play through like 90% of the mission. And one-shot all of these guys. Damn. There we go. Okay. We got here armor boost. Alright, we're gonna date that.
Active camouflage charge. That's their Tyranid.
Oh, this weapon's so satisfying. This and the Instigator Bolt Carbine are probably my two favorite of the new heroic weapons. The Thunderhammer one's pretty cool on Bulwark for the shock build. It's not super good on the damn. So those are the two new bosses. They should be flying in the actual boss fight as well, considering they have, you know, wings, as you can see.
Stealth ready.
I'm kind of curious to see how hard it'll be in solo, because I've never had a double boss fight before, and usually this game gets hard when it stacks enemies on top of you like that.
Active camouflage charge. Alien bioform eliminated. Stealth ready. I have eyes on a bioform. There will be no aid for our Amelia line cloak ready. They shall not see me. Deploying shrapnel grenade. Death was the only possible active camouflage charge. Alien bioform marked. Their numbers are no match for our trade.
Combat Squad Heriton reporting in. The bridge is lost, as are my squadrons. I am cut off from our planned route to the Ordnance Depot. Calculating a new route based on your report, Heriton. Standing by.
Right.
Be advised.
So far, so
Cruiser's
good.
crew managed to execute security
Now, this
protocols
weapon positively
before they were
minces
overrun
the
by
Neurothropes. You do a stupid amount of headshot damage to them, and they're all heads, so infinite ammo on headshots, pretty self-explanatory as to why that's pretty good against them. Now, you can one-shot Zoanthropes in base, I'm pretty sure, if this build as well. And overall, I mean, it's pretty much just the Bolt Sniper, but better. It definitely struggles versus Chaos more than Tyranids, but I mean, that's pretty much true for any headshot-dependent weapon in this game, even after the fixed headshot multipliers. Because the hive mind for all its intelligence decided to make Tyranid heads like fucking enormous. So they're pretty easy to headshot.
Stealth ready. Fester and rot. Xenos abomination. Changing magazine. Tyranid high beast sighted. Active camouflage charge.
This guy. So this is the new mix and match puzzle here. This one's gonna suck ass with pubs, I'll say that, because if anybody ever messes up a single one of these matching symbols, you will just auto-fail and have to restart, so... Some of them look a little similar as well. But most of them are just letters. Here's this guy.
Unseen, I snuck my target. Amelia line cloak ready.
So all you have to do is look at these little boards here. It says K, B, E. They'll change depending. So over here we have not K, E, or B. But then here.
Inserting fresh magazine. The tide of alien vermin swarms this way. Concussive ordnance thrown. I am a phantom of death. Checkpoint located. Readying next volley. Throwing shock grenade. Active camouflage charge. Amelio line and get eyes on this spot. Find the markings that match the displayed symbols. Ready. Amelio line cloak ready. Their numbers are no match for our trade. They shall not see. We live. Xenos die. Perfect balance. Rearming.
One.
That is a match. Active camouflage charge. Swarm eye spotted. Shock grenade released. Our adversary Amelio line cloak ready. No enemy reinforcements will interrupt us now. ready. Unseen, I stop my target.
Oh, that one's shot for Melta. Probably Melta, because Melta can help with things like Lictors. Which we're not super good at killing with a bolt sniper, 'cause they have tiny heads.
Emilio line cloak
Let's
ready.
see. Alright, that's that. KEB. Where's the B? Probably up.
One router back
Some of these are
online.
hidden, these little panels here. Should be over.
Delta bomb prepped and ready. Take all
Or
you can
not.
carry. Active camouflage charged. Rearming. The console displays the signs of the depowered components. That was the last one. The system is responding.
Engineering networks coming back to functional.
Readying next volley. Stealth ready. Emilio line cloak activated. Picking up equipment. Aim at the damaged sections. Emilio line cloak ready.
Elements of the cooling rod array
Guys.
are cloaked.
Now, only on this map will these snipers sit way back there as a camp view. These guys don't do it too much. The other ones absolutely
Active
will.
camouflage charged.
Yeah.
Sight active. Throwing stun grenade. Emilio line cloak ready. Rendezvous at mark. I am a phantom of death.
Where are you? You jump down.
Identify blockages and remove Xenos organisms.
That should be pretty easy now.
Stealth ready. Fire on the exposed coolant rods.
Dang. Oh, it wasn't red? Dang. Dang. Okay.
From your position instead.
Grant the Xenos filth no quarter I'll take. Emilio line cloak ready. Tyranid eyepiece sight. Tyranids have no violent tactics. Stealth ready. Reloading. They shall not see. Some grenade deployed.
Oh god, we're in the corner, aren't we? Alright, they're gonna stand still while they have the shock on them.
Emilio line cloak ready. Fester and rot. Xenos abomination.
What are they doing? Hello?
Active camouflage charge. Emilio line cloak activated. Emilio line cloak ready. Synaptic servants slaughtered. Rearming. They shall not see. Stealth ready. A most impressive cleansing, brothers. Precisely what we needed. Readying next volley. Fire on the trumpets, alien.
Tomasa, we have lost contact with Heraton leader, and Octavio is pinned down. You must destabilize the plasma reactor. Our brothers from Phaedrus and Heraton shall not have died in vain.
We are at the reactor. Active camouflage charged. Reloading. Camilio line aim. Get eyes on this spot. Stealth ready. The Tyranids tore through these servitors like they were paper. Camilio line cloak ready.
Access granted.
Brothers, we are almost at the target.